Welcome to Best Most. I'm your host, Jose Jogo Gonzalez. This is a podcast where we ask the questions, what is the best or what is the most? For example, we ask the questions like, who is the best guitarist of all time? Or what is the most accurate depiction of a romantic relationship in a movie? Before each episode, I ask our online community a question that our guests had chosen as our topic. I then go over the community answers with our guests, and we also discuss our own answers. You can check out and answer the questions on best.most.pod on the Instagram page. Join the conversation. So our guest today is a talented singer and guitarist for a band called Death Will Bring Change. The band has 2 EPs available that you can listen to right now on all music streaming services. I would like to welcome to Best Most, Davo. Hi, how are you doing?
Doing good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
How are you doing?
So far, so good. I mean, my wife made some ceviche. We had that right now, and freaking good.
Yeah.
So today's question is, what is the most personality-defining album for you? As always, our guest chooses a question for the episode. Davo, what made you choose this question?
I mean, you when you invited me on, you asked me to pick a topic, and for me, I'm a music nerd, right, through and through, and if you're going to talk to me about anything, it's got to be, guitars, albums, musicians, music, right? So that just stood out, so.
Cool. Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah. And then I'm glad that we're going into this with like more of the personality kind of aspect of it. I think that says a lot about people. And I think that's pretty exciting for me. We're going to go into the community picks. So let's see. My wife, Rosa, she chose the Killers album, Hot Fuss, because it was such a cool sounding band in the day. And it made me open up more to rock music. They had cool videos too. Are you a Killers fan?
I've heard the hits, but they're just kind of a band that's always been in the back of my mind. I'm like, I should give them a chance, but I haven't listened to enough,
Yeah.
The hits are good.
Oh, yeah. Right?
Yeah.
But there's a lot of bands, even just doing this podcast, that I noticed that like there's certain blind spots that we all have with bands. And one of the episodes we talked about Tool. Like a lot of people love Tool or Perfect Circle. I never got into it, but I know they're a great band, and I want to at some point just sit and take it all in.
For sure, yeah.
Avi whisked away. He chose. He said, tough one. Diamond Eyes by Deftones. Slow, heavy, fast, and full of feeling throughout. Bass Boomer 83. Blood, Sugar, Sex, Magic from Chili Peppers. It's got a mix of emotions for me. Sadness, anger, joy, lust, with a touch of weird wackiness. Good album. Really good album.
Amazing album.
Yeah. It's kind of funny. You could totally tell the evolution of that band fairly easily, like going through the albums.
Yeah. Well, with each album, I mean, Blood Sugar Sex Magic is a perfect, I guess you could say a transitional album. You know what I mean? Like anything after that leans more toward the, I guess One Hot Minute, Californication, a lot of, they're the more accessible side of that band. Anything previous to it, obviously, is their wackier, more fun stuff. But Blood Sugar Sex Magic kind of has a good mix of both, Yeah. And the performance is just phenomenal,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Don Juan Estrada, he said, I think mine is Big Choice by Face to Face. Great songwriting. It has the radio cut of their single Disconnected. Even though it was technically done on their first album, it has a Descendants cover. It's just a timely album I had on repeat in my late teens when I was in that post-high school, what the fuck am I doing with my life period, where your decisions suck and you try to make sense of everything. That album was there for me during all that stuff. Are you a Descendants guy?
I love the Descendants. Yeah, absolutely.
Listening to your music, I heard some of it earlier today.
Yeah.
Not a surprise, for sure.
Not a surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah. No big secret, definitely. I actually seen them for the first time in October with Social Distortion, so.
Oh, wow.
Looking forward to that, yeah.
That's a good show.
So.
Adria Alba chose Fever to Tell by the Yeah Yeah Yeahs. Well stylized fun rage. No one like Karen O to take one through a sonic journey that makes you want to dance through your 20s angst. Is there a better song about yearning than Maps? Question mark. So we have talked about Yeah Yeah Yeahs in the past past episodes. My wife and I are pretty big fans. Yeah, great album, really great album. And there are some albums and that really have a certain kind of that speak to youth in a way. And I
Mhm.
think that is definitely one of those albums that just I think remind me of being young, kind of going out and being and finding yourself. And I think that's a
Yeah.
definitely one.
Oh yeah. I haven't heard it, but yeah, another band I gotta get into.
Check it out, dude. I mean, there's a rawness to that album, and yeah, he has in general in their earlier stuff, especially.
What is the title again of that album?
That one is called "Fever to Tell."
Fever the Tell. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Noted.
that has been our pretty much our community picks. And again, today's question again was, what is the most personality defining album for you, Davo? What is the most personality defining album for you?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, I could name a lot of stuff, uh, but if I had to pick one, I kind of landed on "Exile on Main Street" by the Rolling Stones.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, for me, it's just, I mean, it's a long album, you know, it's a long album. It's a pretty mixed bag, you know, and it's kind of got everything I love, you know, about music. I mean, I love country, right? Like, you know, traditional
okay,
country music. And, you know, it's got a little bit of that. It's got a little bit of, folk. It's got a little bit of, you know, like R&B and blues. And it's just everything that, just all my favorite kinds of music. And you got a little bit of that proto punk in there. Like, I'm a big New York Dolls fan. And obviously this came out before
oh
the New
yeah,
York Dolls happened. But, you know, I mean, you look at Rip This Joint, I'm like, well, that's, you know, New York Dolls definitely took that right out of, you know, um,
hmm
the Stones playbook. You know what I mean? I mean, that's just everything I love, you know, all in one album. Yeah.
answering the question, how does it express or bring out show your personality, that album itself, or do you feel like you connect to it?
Yeah. I mean, I connect to it. It's a mixed bag of my favorite types of music. I mean, I listen to a lot of different types of music. I'll never say I listen to everything, right? Because who
Yeah,
listens to everything, you know?
true.
There's a lot of music out there, right? But I'll listen to anything, you know, and so maybe not everything, but anything for sure, you know.
Hmm.
When I'm listening to an album, I don't really, you know, I don't really care what type of music it is, you know. I'm taking it for what it is and what it's trying to do. But the styles that are represented on Exile and Main Street are some of my favorite types of music.
Yeah,
And so when I listen to that album, it's just everything's there, you know. And it's as far as the Stones go, I think the Stones at their best, you know. The performances are solid. It's just it sounds really, you know, just not super controlled, not super sanitized, you know. And
hmm
yeah, it's just one of those records where if I'm out and about and I hear like Rip This Joint or Sweet Virginia or something, I feel like I'm being represented, you know what I mean? Like I feel like it's being played for me, you know?
oh, that's cool. Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, there's a handful of records where I could say that, but that would definitely be one of them.
Yeah, I get that for sure, for sure. Yeah, I mean, there's certain things that you hear sonically in certain albums. Because I was even thinking about my pick too, and I was like, I don't think I know every single track on this, like by name or anything, right? But
Mhm.
I know the feel of this whole album, and that speaks
Yeah,
to me ultimately, you know?
yeah. That's a good point. That's a good point. I mean, especially, I'm glad you brought that up because like Exile and Main Street specifically, uh, is kind of one of those albums where there are some songs that I would argue are kind of maybe on a little more forgettable, but
Hmm.
not because they're terrible, but you kind of need the context of the album to enjoy them. You know, I mean, you take a song like, you know, Soul Surrender, you know, I won't ever put that song on alone, you know, like if I'm driving on Spotify or
Yeah,
whatever. But obviously, I love hearing it, you know, close the album, you know. I love hearing just various songs, you know, or Just Want to See His Face is another great example, you know. It's not a
yeah,
quintessential Stone song. It's not like Jumpin' Jack Flash or, you know, Can't Get No Satisfaction, but it's a crucial part of the album and it's great in the context of the album, you know.
that's
So,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, and I was talking to one of my friends the other day about I think it was John Lennon's Plastic Ono Band, I think that album.
Yeah, great
Um,
album.
Great album, and I had never listened to it in full. I've heard like the singles and everything, but
Yeah.
listening to the whole album, I was I was telling my friend, I'm like, dude, there's a certain payoff to Instant Karma at the end of that album,
Mm,
and you have to really like listen to the rest of it like to kind of feel that, because Instant Karma on its own is such a great song, but
yeah.
when you're going through the journey of that whole album and then you hit that track, you're like, holy shit, like what a great ending, you know?
Yeah.
Um,
But that song is not on Plastic Ono Band.
I thought it was. Let's
No,
see.
I mean, maybe it's like a bonus track on Spotify or something, but it's, I think it ends with Mother, if I'm not mistaken.
Uh, we no, I think it starts with Mother.
Or I'm sorry, yeah, not Mother. What is it? God? No, My Mummy's Dead. That's what it is. Plastic
Oh,
Ono Band, right?
yeah, yeah. I think it. Well, it says the ultimate mixes. Maybe it's like a different one. So that I heard that one.
Perhaps. Yeah, yeah. I was thinking, yeah, there's probably something out there that has that. I mean, I'm going off of the vinyl, you know what I mean? But
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I don't know.
I get. Well, I guess to me, yeah, hearing that one song at the
Mhm.
end it made it really feel great. So
Yeah,
damn, I really should like. I want to hear that whole album just with my mummy's dead at the end of it.
yeah.
What a bookend though too, because it's all Mother as the first song, and then my mummy's dead.
Right.
Damn,
Yeah, yeah.
that's pretty crazy, pretty grim
Yeah.
too.
It is.
Uh,
Yeah, it's very good. Grim, like kind of macabre song, you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a couple of choices here. So my runner up is A Ghost Is Born by Wilco.
Okay.
Have you heard that album before?
I haven't. No. Yeah.
So I love mid tempo 90s music or early 2000s music.
Yeah.
Just my thing, and I would say Wilco was very big in that. Let me kind of go into this really quick. Ghost is Born is one of those albums that I picked up in my early 20s.
Yeah.
I just remember picking it up and just putting it in my CD player and feeling very kind of like very seen and very kind of like happy about how vulnerable this album started, um, and excited about the rest of the journey of the album. But I will say that like throughout the rest of that album, like I kind of go back to it here and there, and I really do feel like it kind of grows with me somehow,
Yeah.
if that's possible.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. Some albums do that for sure.
Yeah. And then my main one is Modest Mouse, their album Lonesome Crowded West that came out in November of 1997. I wrote a little something here. Lonesome Crowded West by Modest Mouse has a mid-tempo, mostly, group of songs that have edge to them, a little raw honesty and slight sadness and frustration to them, but also insightful. The lyrics and vocals feel like they come directly from Isaac Brock's real experiences or just made up stories from a cynic, and at times give us insight into a realistic view of everyday life. It's slightly bleak. The album feels like Isaac is sharing his complaints or relishes in having his own soapbox to tell his stories about the world around him and his worries about the world and himself. The music that was created by Isaac Brock, Eric Judy, and Jeremiah Green, RIP, feels like a perfect companion to the lyrics as well. Now, both of these albums sonically felt similar to what I was giving off and feeling energy wise at a certain time in my life. At times, a little chaotic, a little tired, a little depressed, at times questioning what I truly believed in regarding faith, creative, and trying to understand who I am. Also, a little snarky at times for my own good. So, I think that was a big part of when I was thinking about your question. I was thinking about what really kind of got me, and I feel like both of those albums really get me. Both of
Yeah.
those, they're both very kind of like I'm an overthinker myself, so it's kind of like very overthinker driven, but also a little cynical and a
Mhm.
little bit of like fuck you to him a little bit,
Yeah.
but also a little bit vulnerable and able to kind of like feel humbled.
Right. Right. I got to check those out. Wilco's another one, and Modest Mouse, definitely another one too. But yeah, I've heard a song of Will Call I recently heard. I was like, man, I gotta give these guys a listen. I read Jeff Tweedy's book a couple years back, and definitely
Oh, is it how to write
How
a
to Write
song?
One Song.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you read it?
What's embarrassing about that, it's very short, and yet I'm not finished with it. I'm, like, halfway through the
I've been
book.
there. I've been there. Yeah, that book I actually ended up breezing through, but generally, yeah, I've been there with short books and letting it go on for a year or two or something. But yeah,
Yeah.
but it's really good. Yeah, if you can get a chance to finish it, definitely worth the read.
Well,
So
did it help? I mean, did you write one
yeah,
song with it?
yeah, right. I've written a few since then, but it was yeah, it was good. It was very insightful. I mean, having read it a little bit,
Mhm.
I'm sure you got a good insight into his routine, his habits that he's built, and yeah, just looking at writing as an exercise, right? Not just sitting down and being like, all right, I'm gonna write the next great song, that I'm gonna put out, but just looking at it as fun, as a little
Yeah,
fun. Don't take yourself too seriously.
and also a
Yeah,
little forgiving too,
yeah,
for, like, writings and, it not being amazing, like, you're, like,
yeah.
just writing for the exercise of writing in general.
Yeah, yeah, and it's hard, it's very hard to, get past that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
as much as we know that, it's tough, yeah.
Yeah, because I think everybody wants the next song they're gonna write or something that they're gonna work on to be, like, the shit and worth the time that you put into it, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but, you gotta look back on songs you don't like, being glad you wrote it, and that's kinda the point Jeff makes in the book. It's like, "I'm glad I wrote it," might not be
Yeah.
the greatest thing ever, but it's probably not the worst, he said. Uh, you gotta enjoy writing those songs, you gotta get that out of the way.
Yeah, that dude's,
Yeah.
like, a lot more zen than I would have thought he would be. I mean, I guess I didn't really know his personality in any way, but I was reading the book and also watching interviews, I'm like, "Dude, this guy's actually pretty chill."
Yeah, yeah, seems like it for sure.
Do you have any other albums that do feel like they kind of connect to you in any way?
Yeah, yeah, a lot. Dookie by Green Day, I would say. I
Okay.
mean, that's something I got into early on. Green Day is that was kind of it for me. I was in elementary school. I heard American Idiot, actually. That was the first one I had heard. And I was like, I want to do music. I want to write songs and not just write songs, but perform them, play guitar, sing, all three of those things.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, Dookie I got into not long after, and, till this day, it's one of those there's a lot of Green Day records that I love, a lot that I grew up with. Dookie's the one where I could definitely say, for sure, if I didn't hear it until I was, in my 20s, I would love it just as much, without a doubt. And, as I got older, you mentioned growing up with albums. That's one where it's like, the older you get, you kinda understand it better.
Mhm.
Just the themes of just boredom and growing up and, trying to figure shit out, really resonates. Feeling like you're going crazy at times, whatever it is.
Yeah.
The song's just really relatable. And it just sounds good too. From a sonic standpoint, I think it's probably the best sounding Green Day record, in my opinion.
What you just kinda said makes a whole lot of sense too right now. As far as, like, it kinda hits us differently as we're getting older because maybe in the time that we hear it, we might be kinda too young to really fully understand what the writer's kind of conveying,
Yeah.
or going through, living through, we get a little older, we're like, "Okay." Like, when you're a kid, you're like you see one side of it and you're like, "Huh, I think this kinda means this."
Yeah.
You go, like, you're in your 20s or 30s, you're like, "Oh, I kinda see this a little bit more." And I
Mhm.
think maybe even when we're past it as well, we might see it a little differently too.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, something to look forward to, I guess.
Definitely, yeah. Yeah, it's always interesting, yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's also records where you kinda grow out of too. I mean, you look
Oh,
back
yeah,
and you're like, yeah, you can't really enjoy that quite the same or,
yeah,
don't really understand it anymore, but some records, yeah, you do like more or you understand better, or you like it now, you didn't before because you understand it better.
true. Yeah, I listened to the Aquabats, album, I think it was, Super Rad or something like that, one of those Attack the whatever the Super Rad
Attack of the Aquabats or something, or
something like
I
that.
don't no, I don't know. Yeah,
The one that Super Rad is on, and I
uh-huh,
remember listening to it fairly recently, and I was like, "Ah, man, really well done, but
it's
I
good.
can't connect to this anymore, like, I'm too
Oh,
old."
yeah. They're
I
kind
feel
of
like I'm
silly,
just
right? Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Is that one of the ones with Travis Barker?
Yes.
Oh, it
Yeah.
is? Yeah.
But yeah, it's I think you're right. Some of them you do kinda grow out of, but you look at them differently.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, around the time I was getting into Dookie, right, an album that I love till this day, one of my favorite bands at the time was, Panic at the Disco, you know what I mean?
Oh, shit, yeah.
And yeah, I mean, not to hate on Brendan Urie, I think he's an incredible talent. I've
Oh,
seen
yeah,
them a
great
number of
voice.
times. Great voice, incredible performer, but I just don't really connect with their music anymore, and,
Yeah.
I love them. They were my first concert. I was 9 years old,
9
and,
years old.
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
So, that's crazy. That's also pretty crazy. Hadn't gone to concerts until I was out of high school or maybe, yeah, just out of high school.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah, no, I got lucky. A neighbor of mine was like, "You wanna go?" I was like, "Yeah." My parents were cool with
Damn.
it and, you know?
That's pretty
Uh,
cool.
yeah.
It's kinda like those, like, kids that you see at festivals that have, like, the headphones on with their
Yeah,
parents.
right. Well, no, I was in it. I didn't want the headphones. I was, I was
Yeah.
into music at that point, that's why they offered to take me, but yeah,
That's cool, man.
yeah,
I don't think I was a cool kid like that. I think I was just shitting my pants and running around.
right. That's
That's
why I was
pretty
doing
cool.
that too. I was doing that too. Don't get me wrong.
You're right, but just at
Yeah,
a venue, a music venue.
exactly.
In high school, a friend took us to a backyard show, um, of this surf punk band called the Addams Family, and I saw that and I was like, "Holy shit, we need to be in a band."
Yeah,
But we hadn't gone to a lot of shows, but
right.
after that, we didn't know you can do backyard shows other than that. We're like, "Oh, people don't do this all the time."
Yeah.
And we paid to go see Real Big Fish at, the Universal Amphitheater or something like that with
Where's
Blondie.
that? Where's,
It So I think they used to have a venue at Universal Studios or like
really?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh,
like a
I didn't know
concert
that.
venue,
Yeah.
yeah. And, we paid a shitload of money just because we didn't know there were backyard shows.
Yeah. And it was
Uh,
with Blondie, you
yeah.
said? Wow. It's a good show?
Well, at that time, we didn't really know who Blondie was,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
so we didn't really care about that. I think the whole time we saw Real Big Fish opening up for Blondie, and then we're trying to figure out a way to get backstage. I don't know why we were doing that. It was
Yeah.
just kinda dumb kids, but
Did you guys get back?
no, we didn't get
No?
back. And we also didn't we wasted so much time doing that we didn't even watch Blondie. It was
Okay, yeah.
now I look back, I'm like, "Fuck,
Yeah, yeah.
what a
But you guys
waste."
were kids, right? Probably high school, I imagine, or
Yeah, I think so.
yeah. Sounds about right.
Yep, yep.
You know?
Yeah, man. Well, that has been our episode. It's been great talking to you and getting
Yeah,
to know you,
likewise.
Davo.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
I had fun, and I hope you enjoyed yourself. Is there anything that you would like to plug or any shout outs?
No, pretty much just, thanks for listening, and, you can follow us at Death Will Bring Change, keep up with what we're doing. We got plenty of shows coming up in the next few months and, some new music, on the horizon as well, so
Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Thanks for all your answers, community. You definitely add so much weight to the show. It's always great to see your answers and get into them with our guests. Also, thank you to our listeners. If you're listening and want to know where to find the questions for our future episodes, at best.most.pod on Instagram. I post new questions on that IG page. Rate, like, comment, and subscribe. I truly appreciate it. And remember, there are no guilty pleasures when it comes to music, movies, and all art preferences. Love what you love and enjoy what you enjoy. That connection is such a gift. Until next time, take care and take care of each other. Bye bye.